AI is saving you all this time from a recruitment perspective. What then do you use that time for to get this good hire? Because you sort of have to think of better ways to evaluate these candidates. I think case studies really go a long way. And I think because what is the challenge of AI? The challenge of AI is it's making a lot of people not get into critical thinking.
Sure.
Because I feed, it gives me. I need to do very bare minimum, and it gives me all this information.
Sure.
And that's why you realize when you're bringing in people, one of the skills they're lacking is just critical thinking. And I remember for a lot of us who've gone to, in when you began your undergrad, there was a unit called critical thinking. I'm not sure if they do it. Common, like everyone had to do it. What is it? Because they understood, as you're now getting into this new phase of your life, it's like they were sort of showing you how to think. I'm not sure if that happens anymore, and if it does, I don't even know. Maybe it's happening through AI. Go and read on something. And I think that's what we need to bring back. A case study, as much as someone could still try and rely on AI when you give them such a task, I think there are things that will come out. There are things you can be able to pick out and say, and you're able to see, oh, this is actually someone's initiative. Because things like problem solving, as much as you may be having a situation and you run to GPT and tell it, help me get a solution. Most of the time, the solution will not be 100% geared into line with the current exact problem you're dealing with, right? It'll have loopholes, and that's why you're able to pick out, this person just relied on AI to give me a solution and work on this case study, or you can be able to actually see, and even personality. I think personality also shines through because you're able to pick up how different people are. There are people who are very aggressive, there are people who are agile, flexible. In the presentation and in the case study, I think you're able to pick that out. And again, depending on the role, you can also have sessions. I remember there's a time we recruited for a sales role, and one of the things we needed them to do was prepare, and when part of the interview is you need to come and do like a pitch for us, because you'll be a salesperson, you'll be pitching our product, so pick a product and come and pitch, as compared to I bring you in, right? And of course I'll train you and everything, but then 3 months in, there's some skills that are very hard to teach, something like confidence. If you just don't, you can try, but if from within the person is not confident, then you'll not be able to translate and have them become what you're looking for. But in that session, someone comes in and they feel they already know, I sort of have to present myself. Again, as much as you can do coachings and everything else, as we are speaking right now, even if we're rehearsed, there are things that just come out through. My personality will come through. You can get the bubbliness, you can get the fun. Those things are very critical, and those things tie up to, it's like attitude. And one of the most important things when you're hiring, I believe, you look for is that. So that cannot be brought out by all these other generic and traditional tools we're talking about. You do your case studies, that will come out. You do your presentations, that will come out. If you're able to do simulations, again, it depends with the role. I think some roles would be easier to do simulations for than others, right? So for those roles where you're able to put, because simulation is you literally put me in that environment and you put me in that exact situation, and I have to figure my way out. If you're able to do that, then I think there's a lot you'll not be able to pick out from a candidate, and those are the very important skills that don't get them on paper. It's not about your previous employer, it's not about your education level, it's just about you. Yeah.